Donald Trump has been holding crowded, maskless rallies throughout the country. One of the latest ones was in Omaha, Nebraska. And around 9 p.m., he decided to hop on Air Force One and leave that rally in safety, no problems. Except he left behind rally goers who were struggling in the cold, who were left stranded by the Trump campaign, which failed to efficiently run their I want to say buses, yeah, their buses on time to ensure that rally goers could be taken back to their vehicles, taken back to where they needed to go so they can go home. Now it's freezing outside, but it doesn't matter. This is the incompetence, the inefficiency, the utter lack of intelligence and care demonstrated by people who were associated with Donald Trump and his campaign. The president left on Air Force One just after 9 p.m. following the event, but many of his supporters were stuck there until very late at night, miles away from their cars, waiting for the buses the Trump campaign had chartered to shuttle attendees back to the parking lot. Now again, this is the fault of the Trump campaign. Their planning was abysmal, and people suffered medical consequences as a result of that. The buses organized by the Trump campaign were staggeringly slow to return. After the rally, police officers tried to control the scene, but struggled to bring order to the pandemonium. There were no campaign advance teams in sight. One local advance volunteer said they were given no instructions how to get supporters back onto the buses. Many people started walking to their cars parked 3 or 4 miles away, which blocked the roads even further. Several medics were seen giving attention to people in the bone-chilling evening air. The temperature was right at freezing, but wind chills were far lower. So there were about a dozen people who got sick as a result. Some people had to be hospitalized and were treated in the hospital. I'll give you those details in just a minute. But John, I mean, it's just so indicative of Trump and how little he cares about people.
He is trying to see, it's sort of like a Brewster's Billions, but for murder. He's trying to see how hard can he try to kill his followers and still have them vote for him. And like the whole COVID thing wasn't enough. They're still supporting him, leaving them literally out in the cold alone. That's not enough. Like honestly, if he were to just take their throat in his hands, the only way that would result in them being frustrated is if they couldn't get a selfie with him during it. I love Bernie. But if Bernie ran me over with his car, I'd question him, I think. I would have a little bit of a problem with him at that point. But these people, it's a death cult. That's what it is. I guess at this point, they're not pulling the ripcord.
So a journalist with the Omaha World-Herald tweeted the following. He said, if you're waiting on someone who attended the Donald Trump rally in Omaha, it may be a while until they get on a bus and get out. Traffic along the small roadway to the private side of Eppley Airfield is backed up and buses were having trouble getting through. We saw this and he posted some images of it. Also, let me give you a sense of how cold it really was out there. Temperatures were so cold that people did need medical attention. The temperature dropped as low as 31 degrees. 30 people were contacted for medical reasons and 7 were transported to the hospital from the event. A spokesperson for the Omaha Police Department said a number of people had to be treated for hypothermia and other conditions as a result of the cold. One older adult was reported to be frozen cold, unable to move with an altered mental state. Look, I get the urge to, be flippant and, whatever about this story, but they're people, and even with our intense political disagreements, it's heartbreaking. That's someone's grandma or grandpa, but who cares? Who cares? He got to exploit them for his rally. He riled them up with his hate speeches, and then he left them in the cold. Some of whom got incredibly sick as a result. It's disgusting, absolutely disgusting.
It is disgusting, but if you were to interview those 30 people, you think any of them changed their minds?
I mean, no, but I guess not.
I know, we still care about their lives far more than Donald Trump or any member of the administration does.
Why do we have to be like this? Why? Why? They wouldn't care if we were dying out in the cold, but why? Like, anyway,
I know,
and
that's
there's
all
never
2020
any...
is, just screaming why? Why any of this? Why? I don't know. I don't know anything. Nothing makes sense. Everything is dumb. Above all else, you're supposed to be on guard as a living creature against things trying to kill you, and they can't pass that bar. One of the fundamental things that separates rocks from sentient life. They don't care that he's trying to kill them. That's weird.
No, it's amazing.
Call it weird.
I mean, look, I'll give you a more personal example because it does boggle my mind and it's infuriating. Donald Trump is like in love with the worst authoritarian like dictators across the globe, right? He loves Erdogan, right? The leader of Turkey, who is awful. Turkey right now is engaged in ethnic cleansing with Azerbaijan. Who are they ethnically cleansing? Ethnic Armenians in Nagorno-Karabakh, okay? That's what Donald Trump has done. He has created a vacuum in which Erdogan can do whatever he wants. Remember, Donald Trump had that conversation with Erdogan, and then a day later pulled US troops out of Syria, paving the way for Turkey to come in and slaughter our Kurdish allies. I bring that up because Armenians, Donald Trump is not your friend. He doesn't care about you. He is allowing Erdogan to slaughter you. But you have Armenians in the United States who are like, Trump 2020, what?
I don't know.
Why are you enabling that? How much foreign aid and military aid has this administration given to Azerbaijan? Anyway, it's beyond frustrating. It's infuriating. Please read, just read. I get it, you love your tax cuts. There are more important things in the world than your damn tax cuts.
Thanks for watching The Young Turks, really appreciate it. Another way to show support is through YouTube memberships. You'll get to interact with us more. There's live chat emojis, badges. You've got emojis of me, Anna, John, JR. So those are super fun. But you also get playback of our exclusive member-only shows and specials right after they air. So all of that, all you gotta do is click that join button right underneath the video. Thank you.